What's up, guys? It's Haley. As some of you may know, I have scoliosis and I had surgery for it. So on social media recently, I've been getting a lot of questions about my surgery, my recovery, going back to cheering before. So I just thought I would make this video to kind of share my story and put it out there and help make people understand what it is, and for people who are going through it currently, so they can know what's going on, because I didn't have anybody to tell me what it was going to be like. So this is my story. I was diagnosed with scoliosis in the 7th grade, and I was diagnosed by my gymnastics teacher. Well, I wasn't really diagnosed by him, but he asked me, like, oh, do you have scoliosis? And I was like, I don't know, probably. So then I went to the doctor, and I took some x-rays, and she was like, oh yeah, you definitely have scoliosis. We need to send you to a specialist. So I, later that month, I think, went to a specialist, and she told me that I needed to be braced, and that if I didn't get braced, I was going to have surgery in 6 months. So my mom, of course, braced me right away so that I could avoid that whole situation. But as you all know, I couldn't avoid that situation, so perfect. For those of you who don't know what scoliosis is, insert picture here, it's basically when your spine is like an S. So eventually, if it gets too bad, it messes with your lungs and a whole bunch of different things with your bodies, and you'll become hunchback, and you won't be able to take full breaths and all that kind of stuff. So once you get to a certain degree, which is 50 degrees, you need surgery. Otherwise, you'll grow a degree every year, and you'll really have a lot of problems when you get older. So after being braced, I was braced for about 3 years, and during that I started cheer, and I eventually ended up at the California All-Stars. 2017 I was on Team Reckless, and 2018 I was on SMOED. So at the beginning of the year, I said, Mom, I'm in so much pain, I really need to go to the doctor, like I really think it's getting worse. So we found one of the best surgeons, or like scoliosis doctors in the country, and luckily he is very close to our house. So I got an appointment, and I went over there to Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and I saw my soon-to-be surgeon, Dr. Skaggs, and instantly he told me, you're at 51 degrees. And I had already done research. I knew it. I knew what that meant, and I instantly started like breaking down and like having emotional breakdowns, and it was just really crazy because I thought that was the end of my cheer career. I thought that I was never going to be able to do anything like that ever again. But and I was really uninformed. I didn't know anything. I just knew that I was going to get metal rods in my back, and that's a scary thing, you know? So for a long time I just was not okay, and I was really upset. But I eventually got over it, and I decided to hold out for about 8 months so I can finish my season on the California All-Star SMOED to try to win Worlds for my last year. I just really wanted to stay in to like make sure that I had my last chance at being world champion, and guess what? This happened. Anyway, a lot of people asked me, like, how did you do it? How did you finish your season? I basically finished my season with the support of my teammates and my family. Like, this year was really hard. Like, this past year was kind of hard for me, and with the pain and I'm a very emotional person, so I kind of held that surgery in the back of my head for the whole season. And so finally, the week before Worlds, I went in for a post-op, and I actually have some videos of that, so I'm gonna slide you on over to that, and then I will catch back up to you after that. So today I'm at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and I just got here, and I've had my blood pressure taken and my height and weight, and I just spoke with my surgeon, and he explained a little bit about the surgery, and I'm feeling a lot better. So now I have to go downstairs, I have to get blood work done, and I have to speak with the anesthesiologist to make sure that everything's good and I'm going to be good for anesthesia. And yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. So I just got done with my pre-op appointment, and I just did my blood work, and I spoke with the anesthesiologist, and we cleared some things up, so I'm all set for my surgery on Wednesday right after Worlds. I'm a little nervous, a little anxious about it, but she said that she could give me medicine on the day of to help me, which is really helpful. And you know, I'm excited and nervous to do this, but hopefully everything's gonna work out the way it's supposed to, and I will be much better after coming out. So after my post-op, I went straight to the gym. I had a talk with my coach Eddie, and he just made me feel a lot better. I had a great practice, and I just knew that I had to make the best of my last week of practice before I was going to go to Worlds, and I thought I was never going to be able to cheer again. So it was incredibly emotional for me. And before I had surgery, I was an elite level tumbler, and I just thought that I was never going to have that back. But if any of you don't know, this is kind of what I was doing. Of course, after that, I thought I was never going to be able to do stuff like that again, and that was really heartbreaking for me because it took me a really long time to get all those skills, and I finally got them and was able to compete them, and I just felt like it was all being taken away from me, and that was really hard for me. So finally, after my post-op, I spoke to Coach Eddie, the head coach of Samoa at the California All-Stars, and he made me feel really comfortable, and I had a great practice, and I just knew that I had to make the best of this last couple practices, and honestly, that was one of the best weeks of my life. I've never felt closer to a group of people, and I was so grateful to be a part of that team and everything. So I knew at Worlds I was gonna be a mess, and but I just wanted to go out there and hit the best routine that we possibly could with our team because I knew that we were working so hard. So fast forward to Worlds, and I was fortunate enough to become a world champion, and that made everything so much easier for me to fly home, to everything, to go into surgery the next day knowing that at least everything that I worked for this year was totally worth it, and I was able to become a world champion. That night, I had to wipe myself off with some antiseptic wipes, and I had a shower, I had to sleep on clean sheets, and I was really stressed out, and I had to leave for the hospital at 4:30 in the morning, and I got home from Worlds at like 11:30 at night, and so I just showered and had to wipe myself down, and then I went to sleep. So the next morning, I got up really early in the morning, and I got to the hospital. They put numbing cream on my hands for my IVs, and then I went up to post-op, pre-op. Sorry. I went to pre-op, and they put me in a bed, they put me in a gown, they made me feel really comfortable. I was really freaking out. I was in a warm bed with warm sheets. I got to keep my Dumbo pillow, and they gave me muscle relaxer, and then they put my IVs in, and everything was fine. At that point, I was really tired. My muscles were completely relaxed from the medicine, and I was ready to go. So I remember them wheeling me into the operating room, and she put an oxygen mask on my face, and she was just talking to me, and then that's all I remember. Like, literally, I don't remember anything else. A lot of people say that they can remember them saying, oh, you need to count down like 10, 9, 8, and then you don't make it past then. I don't even remember that. Like, it was totally crazy. So after that, I woke up, and I was being a little crazy. Let me just show you. Let me just show you the kind of things I was saying.
Hi, I'm so good. So good. Actually, not really, but I feel good. My spine kind of hurts, but I guess that's to be expected.
Yeah, a little bit.
Whole spine is cranked straight.
Yeah.
Because I went back into the closet.
You went back into the closet?
Yeah, because I'm straight now. Samoa, you will do one more full out.
So after all that, I finally got into my own room, and I was really tired. I knocked out. I was having problems with the morphine that they were giving me. It was slowing down my breathing a lot, and I was having a monitor beeping at me because I was forgetting to breathe, and they had to put an oxygen mask on me, and it was really, really crazy, and I was having to be woken up every hour. And honestly, that time was like the worst time of my life. Like, so much pain, like so irritating, so frustrating, and I was so happy when I finally got to get up and walk. I will insert this right here, but this was my first time walking, and I was so excited that I got to get up. I had been laying down, and it was just not good. Not my favorite moment, but yeah, here's me walking. So after all this, I finally got to go home. I got to see my dogs, and people came and visited me in the hospital and everything, and it was so great, and I was so happy. And then after that, I went for my 2 weeks post-op, and I was told that I was doing really great. I was going to be able to tumble again, and then I was told that, like, no one else was recovering the way I was, and I was just so excited to hear that I was doing well, that I was doing everything that I could. I was getting up and walking all the time to make sure that I was strong, and my surgeon was really proud of me, so that was really awesome. So now I'm 7 weeks post-op, and I have decided, I believe, to cheer again, and I won't fully be able to put everything out and show you and tell you everything until I really start tumbling again, which is in August. I get to get cleared and stuff, so I won't know everything until then, but I'm very excited to start. Like, I can work out and do all that kind of stuff, and I'm really excited to see if I can get back to cheer the way I can, and I'm just so excited and so happy that this worked out the way it did. That's my story, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm really proud that I get to tell people about it and have people ask me questions and have me help people understand what it is and how to go through it. And I know that I'm not the only one who's had surgery. I'm not the only one who's been through something like this, but I didn't have anybody to relate to, so I would just love to make sure that everybody feels like they have someone to relate to. And yeah, so that was my story. If you liked it, if you like me, click the subscribe button and the like button, and I'm gonna post more videos. I'm gonna do some cheer vlogs. I'm gonna probably do some maybe hauls, regular everyday vlogs, challenges, whatever you guys want to see. Maybe comment that down below. Comment if you have anything like scoliosis, or if you have an injury, or if you cheer. Just comment anything really if you want, or don't. I mean, I don't really know, but if you're into that, yeah, please comment. I would really appreciate that. So I'm also going to link all my social media down below. I am so thankful for this opportunity to be on SMOED and to be able to share my story and to have all the opportunities I have through the California All-Stars. So thank you, and that's it. I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.